What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with some more Destiny 2 content and roundups for this week as we head towards the weekly reset, as well as a bunch of conversation regarding Edge of Fate and the future of Destiny 2. So initially, yes, we will get some new content previews this week, but in terms of the game, there's also a new update, so we should get some patch changes. Some of that to adjust marketing around the upcoming Renegades expansion. Otherwise, there are free reward unlocks and roadmap updates regarding content, and we'll touch on Rite of the Nine itself, some of the new quests and weapons that we'll be able to get access to this week. So we've got that and a bunch of other things to round up today, guys. As always, if you find the video helpful, get subscribed so I can keep you posted with more content, but otherwise, let's get into it. And so, first up today, of course, Bungie have been quiet on Edge of Fate for a few weeks since the initial reveal, but worth keeping an eye out later on, as Bungie have said at June 3rd, 9 AM Pacific, we are going to start getting some hands-on guest previews for the Edge of Fate. So we'll get a better look at the destination, Kepler, as well as the opening campaign mission, and presumably a bunch of new rewards. So weapons, of course, there's the new tier system for rewards, and the changes to armor stats, bonuses, and all of those kinds of things, which we'll probably start to get a better look at this week. And outside of the early previews, Bungie have also said they'll hold an additional live stream on June 24th at 10 AM Pacific, with a final stream on July 1st, outlining more of the details for this upcoming year of content. I'll do my best to keep you posted, perhaps with some reaction content regarding the previews we'll get later on, so keep it locked and loaded here as well for roundups. But moving away from previews, of course we have Rite of the Nine still kicking off in the game, and this week we'll get Prophecy, but before that, there's another game update. So as always, we can anticipate a little bit of downtime ahead of the weekly reset, then hopefully patch notes drop in with a reasonably smooth reset, given that some folks will want to get into Prophecy. The only thing we really know about patch changes today, but Bungie said they'll offer a fix for the description for the Renegades expansion on June 3rd, and currently it lists Renegades Epic Dungeon Access, but while there will be new Pinnacle endgame content, it will not come in the form of an Epic Dungeon, according to Bungie. So they're updating that marketing text initially, but it's possible as well we'll get additional updates and fixes for things like the lifts in the Spire on the Rite of the Nine, and hopefully a handful of other things as well, so I will keep you posted with that when we get to it. Otherwise, keep in mind, Bungie's new Pride shader is available to grab if you haven't grabbed it yet and you fancy it. It's free for all players and you can simply get it by redeeming the code on bungie.net. So if you like the look of it, that's still an option and I'll link the details for that down below. Otherwise, for rotations this week, we still don't have a good breakdown for Crucible rotations in general, but Bungie have said June 6th we'll see an uninterrupted weekend of trials. Then it's a couple of weeks till the final Iron Banner, which will drop on June 17th. Otherwise, we'll have to see what the base playlists turn out to be in the game this week. And on to Rite of the Nine specifically, Prophecy will be featured for the first time this reset, which is going to be nice because it does have some of the better weapons for Rite of the Nine in general, and of course a good dose of nostalgia, so that's one to look forward to. Bungie say Prophecy will be featured up until June 17th, and on the week of June 10, there'll be increased rewards and weapon drops from enemies for Prophecy, so that's going to be nice. You can see the rest of the calendar for Rite of the Nine there as well, with the final week having a Lootpalooza event with increased currency drops and a new way to spend the currency, so that'll be interesting. For this week though, we can anticipate new quests to pick up certain weapons. I think there are a total of 4 quests per dungeon, so 2 of them will come this week, we'll probably get a third one next week, and the 4th Prophecy quest will probably drop some point a bit later on, either in June or early July. In terms of the Prophecy weapons though, of course there will be Judgment, the hand cannon. Don't forget to attune to Prophecy weapons when we first head in after weekly reset. Judgment is now a stasis adaptive frame hand cannon, so that's going to be quite interesting. And looking at perks, in the first trade slot, it can roll Demolitionist, Keep Away, as well as Lone Wolf. Then we have Headstone, Rapid Hit, or Slide Shot, with the second slot able to get Adrenaline Junkie, Paracausal Affinity, Rhyme Stealer, plus there is Opening Shot, Timed Payload, or Precision Instrument. So a few potential roles there, depending on what you're after. Obviously, you can lean into the stasis side of things. Headstone will be pretty nice on that front. Rhyme Stealer's an okay bonus to pair with that for Frost Armor. Plus, there are other buffs for stats like Demolitionist in the first slot, or more classic perks like Slide Shot or Rapid Hit, which of course you can pair up with any of those second slot bonuses depending on whether you want a PvP or PvE role, really. So let us know what you'll be looking out for on that one. Other Prophecy weapons, of course, though, include Relentless, which is a strand high-impact frame pulse rifle. So again, the elements updated on this one. Looking at perks in the first trait slot, there's Keep Away, as well as Rapid Hit, and then we have Slice or Tear, followed by Lone Wolf and Firefly. Second slot though, can get Desperado, as well as Hatchling. Then there is Headseeker, Elemental Owning, Closing Time, and Paracausal Affinity again. We do have the standout roles that'll be good for PvP, Rapid Hit, paired up with Headseeker, or even Desperado. If you want to lean into the strand side of things, Slice, Tear, and of course Hatchling in the second slot are all interesting. But again, let us know what you'll be going after most likely on Relentless down below. There is also the Prosecutor, which is an arc precision frame auto rifle. In the first trade slot, we can roll Dragonfly, as well as Keep Away, plus there is Zen Moment, Eddy Current, Subsistence, or Attrition Orbs. Then the second slot can get Volt Shot, Tap the Trigger, Target Lock, Rolling Storm, Onslaught, or Paracausal Affinity again. I feel like a lot of folks will want to look at the elemental perks on this. Dragonfly is a pretty interesting one, but you've got Eddy Current as well, and you can pair them up with Rolling Storm or Volt Shot. You can do interesting things with pairings like Zen Moment and Tap the Trigger or Target Lock, or obviously juicy damage bonuses like Onslaught, so share your thoughts on Prosecutor below. But the final weapon for Ride of the Nine, or should we say Prophecy, sorry, is a Sudden Death. This is a Void aggressive frame shotgun, with first trait slot able to roll Threat Detector, as well as 1-2 Punch. Then we have Envious Assassin, Repulsor Brace, Slide Shot, and Discord, with the second slot able to get Destabilizing Rounds, Trench Barrel, Opening Shot, plus we have Closing Time, Paracausal Affinity, and Redirection. Really interesting that we'll get Redirection in general on the shotgun. As we've seen, that perk is fairly strong now that it's got a buff, so could be an interesting one to pair up. Obviously that could pair with the benefits of 1-2 Punch potentially as well. Plus you got the damage bonuses like Trench Barrel or full elemental options like Repulsor Brace paired up with Destabilizing Rounds. You'll have to let us know what you're interested in chasing on this one below as well. Of course, as always, we'll get the normal Holofoil and Adept variants of these weapons, so keep in mind, Bungie has said, for each dungeon that rolls around, you have to have unlocked the Adept versions already for chances to get them from the Nonary Manifold chest, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, once again, make sure you attune to them and let us know in the comment section which Prophecy weapons you're excited to try and pick up this week. But for today, guys, that is what we have to round up for the content updates. I'll keep you posted when we get to TWID and other news updates later in the week, as well as the previews that we'll see on Tuesday. So keep it locked and loaded, get subscribed, as around 50% of viewers on this channel haven't yet done that, so it'd make a massive difference to me here if you do want to help out. Plus, if you've enjoyed the video, a rating below very much helps us as well. But otherwise, good luck on the hunt in Prophecy, and for the moment, I hope you guys have an awesome day.